Hey everyone, welcome to Drive Car of the Year for 2022. Throughout the course of the week, we thought that we'd show you how it all works here at Drive Car of the Year. So we're going to give you some behind the scenes. At the moment, we are setting up for a group shot, and the director is Mr. Josh Dowling himself. Fun fact, before he was a journalist, he was actually a photographer. So he's working his magic, getting ready at the end of day one for our group shot.
These awards saw 90 cars across 20 segments in every shape and size, worth a staggering $5 million, representing all key categories Australian buyers are after. Our testing for this year was spaced out over 3 weeks. We had electric vehicles in Victoria, off-roading outside Lithgow, New South Wales, and track testing at Luddenham Raceway in Sydney. Behind the scenes, it takes an army to organise Drive Car of the Year. From the logistics of getting all the cars in one place, to filming and photography, not to mention feeding the crew. Contenders were put through their paces on track with dynamic testing in a controlled environment.
For this year's Drive Car of the Year, we did emergency brake tests using a V-Box, measuring the stopping distance from 100 kilometres an hour. Now, while the stretch of tarmac was slightly downhill, it's a very high friction surface, so the results are not that different from what you might get in the real world. That said, you don't get to choose what type of road you have your emergency on.
An emergency swerve and avoid helps the judges see how finalists react when pushed out of their comfort zone. This is a situation anyone could find themselves in. And of course, we needed some track time with our more dynamic contenders.
It's not all fast-paced action here at Drive Car of the Year. We do a lot of road loops too, which means regular speeds, commuting almost, and driving these cars like you would at home. Sometimes some of the best cars don't reveal themselves until you use them in everyday scenarios, so it's always worth going in the first row, second row, and going along for a ride too, just to see what the differences are.
Judges go over the cars with a fine-tooth comb, looking at space, practicality, comfort, and infotainment. Everything a new car buyer in Australia needs to know before their purchase.
One of the hard parts about judging Drive Car of the Year 2022, believe it or not, is the mental effort involved. We literally jump out of one car into the next, and that whole time you're thinking about what it was like to drive, what it was like on the inside. After you've poked and prodded front seats and back seats, you've got to sort of keep track of that, and that's where one of these becomes your best friend. And if you look on any of the judges' phones, you'll see audio notes, written notes, photos, video clips, and all sorts of little details that go into the judging process. We do that for each category that we sit in the whole way through.
The challenges continued off-road, with our testing occurring during one of the wettest weeks in Car of the Year history. But that didn't stop us. So you might be thinking, how do we decide the winner? Well, once testing is complete, it's time for the judges to deliberate, going through the pros and cons for each car before they cast their votes in a secret ballot to decide the category winner. Each new for 2022 segment winner then has the chance to win our coveted overall Drive Car of the Year trophy. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, as the team really deserves it after all that hard work. And click subscribe to make sure you don't miss a second of our coverage. Head on over to Drive.com.au as we reveal all the category winners before crowning the 2022 Drive Car of the Year.